And another thing that I would love for us to be careful of this year is the pursuit of happiness. There are times when this journey with God just feels so difficult, or feels like a struggle all of a sudden. And the pressure and the forces of the world become too much for us, because now we recognize that yes, we are in this world, but we are not of this world. So now, because we are not aligned with the world, it pressures us so much to a point that most of the time we are in a spiritual warfare. We are fighting things that we do not even see. It gets hard, and because of that, our flesh tends to desire a break, tends to desire comfort, things that are outside of the will of God, outside of the presence of the Lord. I know it gets difficult. It gets to that point where you're just so tired of being a soldier. It gets to a point where you just feel like you want to search for the softer part of yourself. But brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you that in John 15 and John 16, the Lord did tell us that when he was on earth, he was persecuted. So you can imagine what it's going to be like for you as his disciple. When he was on earth, he never had a roof over his head. So you can imagine for somebody that follows him, how is it going to be? But he continues to comfort us in Matthew to say that as much as we are going through all of this, those that endure to the end will be saved. I know that it's not easy, and sometimes words don't feel like they're enough, but the Lord is enough. As much as in these moments of struggles, of trials and tribulations, I know that it feels like there isn't much happiness in the presence of the Lord, but trust me, there is. But it requires endurance. It requires perseverance. It requires us trusting that whatever God is producing in our struggles is far greater than any comfort we are tempted to seek outside of his presence, outside of his will, outside of whatever purpose he has for us. It's better to struggle in the presence of the Lord than to find happiness in his absence. No. We need to trust God even when we don't understand, even when things don't make sense. We need to trust him. And when we trust him, we don't need to trust him enough, but we need to trust him fully. Because enough is never enough with the Lord. You need to trust him completely. The flesh is tired. The flesh is still going to get tired. At times, we just need to break the flesh to make it understand that it is the Lord that guides and leads us, not its desires. Good night.